Good morning to you all. This video is certainly not on telephones, not on cacti succulents or lamps. This is really a bit of a moan actually, which is a pity. As a lot of you know, I have a setup to receive foreign TV programs, mainly because the stuff on UK TV is so sport orientated that you just can't get any decent programs. I like the documentaries, the crime stories that they put up, and yeah, two of the soaps. So that's what I like. I certainly don't like seeing football or rugby or any of that stuff. It just doesn't interest me. So anyhow, that is why I've had satellite receivers since I was, I'll not say a kid, but many years ago, with receivers from an Echo Star. The latest one was actually an old one, a Triple Dragon I think it was called. That was very good, but unfortunately it didn't do the high definition stuff. Anyhow, away from all this, I decided to go and pay over £100, money I thought was going to be well spent, on this item, Zgemma H7S. Okay, it's outward looks quite a nice receiver. There's its remote, and I can quickly show you a picture what it produces on my TV. I know I can't leave it on there long because I don't think that they like that. That picture there is off of the box, and that is a German station. Now, no problem with that. I can pick up the satellite, which was already driven to on my Triple Dragon. The Triple Dragon motor system was fitted to that. So it just happened that the dish was already in that position at the Astra to receive the German stations. So it had not been altered. All I did was swap the antenna coax over and put it onto my new box, which wired up. I won't turn it round, but there's the box there, a picture of it, and I've got the aerial going into the top connector. So they call them F-type connectors, you screw them in. It's also got the Ethernet connected. It appears it didn't even want to work without the Ethernet, so I had to connect that. The HDMI lead has been put in, and that's what's feeding my TV, which I know is quite an old TV. You've got to make the other TV. If it shows up, can't get it to show. There we are. Toshiba. It's called a Regza, so it's a good TV. It's a few years old, but it still works. And that is all I've got connected up. Okay, it's got the power in, obviously. So we've got the power in, we've got the Ethernet, the aerial from the dish to the top, and that is all that is connected on there, which makes sense. And okay, I get a picture, and that's where the story ends. I'll show you the box that it came in. It was a new one. There's the box. It's supposed to be 4K. Well, okay, I can't prove that because I haven't got a 4K TV. But it's all ready if I ever do have to get another TV, which I hope I don't. There's the box, well packed. I'll give it that, it was well packed. I suppose the price was the kind of price you would pay for this type of receiver. I know Technomake made one similar, it was just under £100, but I went for this one. Anyhow, when it arrived, I thought, I'm going to get this working. Well, there's the instructions. Worst instructions I've ever seen. The pictures, you can't make out what they are. Okay, I've got 20/20 vision. Okay, I need reading glasses. But what that says, I've got no idea. And when I first turned it on, it was supposed to bring up the wizard. All right, using wizard. It didn't. All I got was that funny shape. And I thought, well, that's a good start. Start off, doesn't work. So what I did do was to, let me show you, I looked through this book, which was not a particularly good book at all. I thought, right, let's have a little go at the manual, not the manual scan, that's not the one I'm looking at. Let's have a look at the factory reset. There's nothing on there, so let's reset it and see what happens. There was nothing about that on the introduction, so I went for the factory setup. Menu, setup, factory setup. Well, even that part was wrong. You've got your menu and the setup, and then you had to go into another menu and find what one you wanted. Anyhow, cut the long story short, I factory reset it. Then I got the wizard, which I followed, putting in the correct items that was required. Okay, the country of where it was being used in, UK. The time was European time. It didn't give a GB time, but the European time seems to work. As you can see, it's 9:20, which is what the time is now. And I put all that in. Couldn't understand what these pictures showed, but sort of used what I thought common sense to work it out. Anyhow, I put it all in, and eventually it said, oh, okay, more or less ready to use it. So I pressed that button, OK, and I got a picture. I thought, blimey, we're getting somewhere at last. I may add that it was the picture from the satellite dish which had been set up on that German station, or the Astra satellite, from my old box. The one I showed earlier, Triple Dragon box, which is an old box, well made. Well, that had picked up the dish, so the dish hadn't been rotated by the new box. And how it showed many, many more stations than was shown on the Triple Dragon. Granted, they're HD stations, and this appeared to be done without a manual scan of that satellite, so I don't know how they did that. But anyhow, what I want to know, and no one out there seems to be able to explain this, the company I got the receiver from didn't really give me any information, and the importers for the job complete didn't even want to know. They wouldn't answer my question. They said, oh, did you buy it from us? I said, no, you're the agent or something. They said, oh, in that case, we're not interested. So I thought, well, very good service, I don't think. So I thought, well, I'm only left with one alternative. Go onto YouTube. I do YouTube, as a lot of you know. And I thought, well, let's see if they can help me. So, yeah, my question is, how do you connect this device? Assuming it can be connected to it, I'm beginning to think it can't be done. It's on the old, or what they call it. I can't think of all these terms they use. I know it's on the book, that's all. Connecting. Let's just call it a rotator. It's got another name they use, but it's a rotator. And it's powered, obviously, by the coax lead. So as hopefully must be a way of making that aerial rotate. My question is, how does it do it? Or rather, that's not clear. What do I have to do to put settings in? And remember, I am not very good when it comes to computer stuff. I manage what I can remember and don't know the rest. I'm virtually 80, so I think I'm entitled to be a little bit stupid or thick when it comes to setting this up. So if someone out there can tell me in, all right, baby talk if you like, how to set this up from like A to B, C, I'll be very, very grateful. Alternatively, the only other way that I can see is to connect my triple dragon, which I've taken off, connect that up again to the SCART, which goes to the TV. It's SCART, it's not the high definition, as I said. Connect the SCART up and then use that to change the satellite. It seems ridiculous having to do that. So I could obviously tune into a station or a satellite on the Triple Dragon and then use the other lead, because I've got two leads coming in. One lead comes straight in from the LMB, and I'd connect that lead to the new receiver. I don't want to really do this. It means changing over the TV. So every time I want to change channels, I'd have to go onto the TV, onto the SCART setting adjuster on the TV, pick up the Triple Dragon, change the satellite, say go from the German to the English, if you like, say BBC One, and then come out of the SCART setting, put on the HD setting, and hopefully the receiver, satellite receiver, the new one, would work on that new setting, which seems ridiculous. So if someone can help me out. First impressions, I'll be honest, first impressions of this device good. I think it is good. I can't see any problems with the device. It looks well made. I haven't looked inside. I'm not going to look inside. I've seen pictures of the innards on YouTube. It looks well made. Okay, I could put a hard drive in if I want to, which I don't. I'm not interested in recording stuff. So it's just left as it is. So the box itself looks well made, obviously Chinese made, which everything is these days. The Technomate, I believe, was made in Korea, but this was made in China. But instructions are terrible. They really are. So this book that came with it would probably do me more good if I was to sling that in the bin. I'm not going to, but it is as helpful as a chocolate fire screen, as they say. It is not helpful at all. So, yep, that is what I've got today. So I'm hoping someone out there will be able to help me with this. I should be very grateful. Alternatively, does anyone know a number to ring up of an installer who could come in and just set the bloody thing up? It's very disappointing, and my recommendations, unfortunately, would not be for this particular make. Solely the aftercare help, which was nil, a lousy booklet with pictures which you can't even see and read. Very, very poor effort, in my opinion. So that is it. Please help me. I want some help. So there we are. Recapping, this is a 4K HEVC Advanced Linux STB. And it's number H7S. So it is quite a posh device. I just want the blooming thing to work properly. Okay, I know at the moment I can just receive the that German channel, so I can still get my interesting Bears for Rare, which is a very good antiques program. Okay, I don't speak German. I wish I could, but I don't. The school I went to was not a very good school. They didn't do languages, but that was many, many years ago. So as I say, I can get my German stuff, but I'd like to also get the other channels on the other satellites, which should be possible. But perhaps this receiver's not made for that. I don't know. Anyhow, thanks again for putting up with my moans and groans. Show you a picture now. I mustn't, as I say, I mustn't hold the picture on long because I don't think they like that. And that picture was actually on the German satellite through this box, which I said before is a well-made box. It's just a pity the backup is poor, and it's very poor. So thanks again for watching. I would welcome any comments about this, be them good or bad or rude. Any comments better than none. There's the box it came in, beautifully packed. And the person or the company that sent it have no problem with us sending it. The problem is aftercare service, which is non-existing. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Thank you.